In SolidWorks, geometric relations can be added manually or automatically. In this lesson, I will discuss how geometric relations can be added automatically. So now I'll go ahead and start a new sketch on my front plane. Then I'll move over to my sketch tab and pick a line tool. So now I'll move over to my heads up toolbar and change my scene to a darker one so that we can see what's going on in the graphics area. So now I've selected my line tool. I'll go ahead and select my first point, and when I move towards a vertical position, you notice that there is a yellow box with a vertical black line around my cursor. This shows that I'm in a vertical position, and as soon as I select my second point, SolidWorks automatically adds a vertical relation to my line. In a similar way, if I select a line tool and I select my first point and I move towards the horizontal position, notice the yellow box with a black horizontal line. This shows that I'm in the horizontal position, and as soon as I select my second point, SolidWorks automatically adds a horizontal relation to my line. Now when I draw a line inclined at an angle, notice that no geometric relation was added to this line. SolidWorks adds these vertical and horizontal relations because when I'm drawing a line in the horizontal or vertical position, SolidWorks assumes that I want to draw a horizontal or vertical line, so it automatically adds the vertical or horizontal relation. If I drag this line, it remains in the vertical position. If I drag this, it remains in the horizontal position. Now if I select my line again and place my cursor to align with the origin point, you notice that there is a white box with a black vertical line showing at my cursor. The white box is a reference relation. It's not a geometric relation. It is a reference relation. And when I select my first point at this location and I move horizontally towards this point, notice that I have two boxes, a yellow box and a white box. The yellow box is for a horizontal relation while the white box is for a reference relation. The white box is showing that the end point of this line is taking reference from this point to the horizontal position. There are several instances where SolidWorks add automatic geometric relations. Another instance is when I pick a corner rectangle and I create a rectangle. As you can see, SolidWorks automatically added a few horizontal and vertical relations. There is nothing very special about this rectangle. It is just a couple of horizontal and vertical lines on which SolidWorks automatically added horizontal and vertical relations. I can actually make the exact same rectangle by the use of the line tool. I can create the rectangle So this is my rectangle, and as you can see, both of them are the same. So now if I try to move it, you'll see that they are the same. Every time you create a rectangle like this by drawing lines and adding relations, it is easier to accomplish by using the rectangle tool to save a lot of time. That is why SolidWorks added all the automatic relation to make the rectangle tool. Another instance where SolidWorks automatically adds relation is when I draw a line and I activate the arc tool by going back to the previous point to make an arc tangent to the line. SolidWorks automatically adds the tangent relation at the point where the arc meets the line. Another way I can add automatic relation in SolidWorks is if I select a line and I draw this line. I'm going to draw another line, but before I pick my line tool, I will highlight this line, then go to my sketch tab, pick a line. Now this line I'm going to draw right now is going to take reference from the previous line. And now when I pick my first point, you will see some dotted lines These dotted lines are known as inferencing line, which shows that the next line I'm going to draw is taking reference from the initial line. So if I enter my second point, as you can see from my cursor, the yellow box at my cursor is showing me a parallel relation. And if I come towards this point here, you see that I have two boxes, a yellow box and a white box. The white box is a reference relation and is showing a perpendicular relation from this other point. So now, as you can see, the perpendicular relation has been added between these two lines. If I move this line, the other one will follow it. On the other hand, if I want to create a line segment and I pick my line 2 and I pick my first point, now when I pick my second point, this inferencing line is going to come up, and if I draw another line segment towards this point, you can see from the yellow box on my cursor that a collinear relation will be added when I create the next line segment. This collinear relation will be added between the two lines when I click the second point and I finish this. You see that a collinear relation was added automatically by Solidworks. There are many geometric relations that can be added automatically, but there are some other geometric relations that cannot be added automatically and needs to be done manually.